Week, the family, friends, and loved ones of Tyler Goodrich are mourning the flip of a calendar page, marking 1 full year since he went missing.
He was last seen near his home in Southwest Lincoln on Friday, November 3rd, 2023. And after all this time, there are more questions here in the community than there are answers. And 1011's John Grinvalds has this story breaking down this tragic anniversary.
It's a story that's drawn eyes and support from all across the country. Over the last few weeks, I sat down with a Lancaster County Sheriff's Office investigator and a handful of people closest to Tyler to get a better sense of who he is and the impact his disappearance has had. 366 days later, and still no trail to follow.
I don't want to consider it a cold case, but at this point in time right now, we just don't have any real investigative leads that are fruitful.
The night of November 3rd casts a long shadow over so many lives. Tyler's father, Lonnie.
What happened to him, you kind of get the rabbit hole conversations and too many tears, too much anger.
His husband, Marshall.
There's never a moment in the day where I'm not thinking of it.
Lifelong friend, Stephanie.
We would play in the sandbox, mix sand with dirt, and make cinnamon and sugar is what we would call it. Can I give you guys?
We last saw her handing out missing posters.
This year has been the worst year of my life.
And Nebraska Department of Correctional Services co-worker Danielle, just to name a few.
We don't know where to go moving forward. We don't get that laughter. You don't hear Tyler down the hall like we always did.
Investigator Jeremy Schwartz with LSO says it was a typical evening for Tyler, Marshall, and their 2 children. Then things took a turn when Marshall and Tyler began a turbulent talk about divorce.
During the course of that conversation, it became tense. Tyler pushed Marshall. And as a result of that, Marshall called 911. And during that 911 call, Tyler inquired about who he was calling. And as a result of that information that he knew that Marshall was calling 911, he left the house.
Schwartz says Tyler's phone was powered down and he vanished without a digital trace.
It would be hard to essentially step away from life and nobody locate you or law enforcement be able to find you.
A security camera apparently caught a glimpse of him running down the road. Schwartz says Marshall left and deputies came to the property, searched for Tyler, and found no signs of a struggle. And when the sun came up the next day, Tyler was still gone.
You replay every moment, every decision. You wish that you could change things.
Lonnie, left wondering if his son will ever return, takes to a nightly ritual.
I do not go to bed without going to this window and the window on the door and seeing if he's going to come up my driveway and talking to him.
A similar tradition, the flickering of a silent candle in Marshall's home, pleading for closure in this wilderness of not knowing.
I'm going to make sure that that light stays bright for him and for us.
I let him know that any day that he wants to come home, he can walk up that driveway and he's welcome, that there's nothing but love waiting for him.
Family members tell me they hope Tyler's disappearance raises awareness of other missing cases. This case is still open. If you have any credible leads, you can report those to the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. You can also support the national search for Tyler by giving to the fundraiser. We'll have a link to that on our website at 1011now.com.